It's the only podcast on earth that is a complete shit show. I am Turch, and with me is my co-host, the CEO, the drunkenness man on a virtual pub crawl. It's Kieran. How you doing, buddy?
Look, to be fair, to be given drunkenest man on a virtual pub crawl is I don't think an honour, and I don't think it was a stretch.
It wasn't. Well, we did pretty well for a virtual pub crawl. I'm glad you had fun. That was the important thing.
It was very good.
The show was
viewers, listeners, welcome to the podcast. Let me tell you, and Turch, I'm just going to have to talk you up here for a moment. How good you are at running a virtual pub crawl. And
thank you very much. We had a great time organizing.
And I think, to make things easier, I'll take all the credit here.
Yeah.
But let's do what you did, and we'll run a We Only Do One Take podcast virtual pub crawl. Just repeat it. That. We'll judge.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, how does a virtual pub crawl work, you ask?
That would be important for our listeners
to understand. You sign up, Turch will figure that part out, and ideally, you should be in a team. There should be someone else in your household. But if not, that's okay. We can pair you up with someone else. And you turn up. And things are said like, here's a riddle. And in this riddle, you've got to decode it. And then everyone needs to go to the kitchen. And when you get to the kitchen, maybe you've turned up to a sports bar. Maybe at the sports bar, there's a sculling competition. And points are awarded by the
vigorously,
non-biased. I might add. I
thought we were pretty fair.
Look,
I thought we were.
Me coming second is not fair.
If it was
justice, fair enough. I can accept that. But fairness, no. Fairness, I should have won.
Well, next time...
Do you know what let it down? Do you know what let it down?
Better.
My teammate did the karaoke and no passion. He had...
No, that was great. I think he got the point.
We didn't get points for that one. He had no passion for Duncan.
Oh, okay.
Although I'd like to have a beer with Duncan.
You know what was great about that? So Jess filmed you singing Duncan.
Shit.
And
I didn't sing it. Noel sang it.
Yeah, no. There's definitely parts of you singing in there. Right. And the parts that you're singing are like all the backing vocals and pretending to be like a bass guitar. And I'd be like, I love to have a beer with Duncan. And then you'd be like, I love to have a beer with Dunk. And there's a bit where you're like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm trying to work out a way I can loop it and put it into a song for us to show for all our listeners.
That's good, because you just reminded me my shirt was off, I think, in that round.
Well, look, I've taken out the video. You were shirtless actually quite a bit. A lot of boys were shirtless on this virtual
we got very
pub
drunk.
Crawl. Well, Trash was not drinking, and he still got shirtless. Hey. It's Jason from the Mixed Media Forest podcast. He's online with us. How exciting. It's good to have you here, buddy. He's actually going to come on our show very soon.
Yes, looking forward to that. Looking forward to that podcast.
It's going to be
really
next,
good.
It's going to be
that's
really good.
Not this Thursday, next Thursday.
Exactly right. No, next Saturday.
No,
I
know we're recording on the Saturday, but we release this to everyone else on the Thursday.
People should watch the live stream. It's the best way to watch us do what we do best, and that is talk absolutely nothing, which is very exciting. Kieran, I've got a couple of rants. As usual, every week I bring something in. I hope you've got something too, because it's very important that I rant about these things to not only get them off my chest, but also to feel better about about myself and to enjoy a little bit of sanity as well. Especially now that we're in lockdown. We're in lockdown for another 8 weeks, at least. We've got to get our numbers down for number of infections per fortnight or week or whatever Daddy Andrews decides to give us this month.
It was very nice of him to acknowledge that we have been all good. We've been very well behaved, and we get an extra hour taken off our curfew.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, not only can we stay out with our personal trainer for an extra hour, we can also stay up a little bit later. That's really nice. I love a good 9 o'clock curfew. I feel like I'm 13 again. I'm just missing out on watching.
Do you know, I had a bedtime of 8:30, right? And 8:30 was bad because that's when all the good TV shows were on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I think...
Absolutely. That's when you start to getting into those dirty, like, you know, South Park comes on, or after that, was it Drawn
Something
Together?
like that.
Was it that one there?
And I think I know why they did it. When I have kids, it will be the exact same policy. Well, we've got streaming now, so it doesn't quite work. But it was, we want you out of here for the good shit. You're not allowed. We're going to send you to bed on some trumped up charges. Off you go.
Yeah. I'll get the Victorian Police Gestapo on you and make sure you go to bed. Oh, fuck. But I do have a rant. I do
before
have a
you do
rant.
that, how often, because it's almost Santa Claus season, so I feel like parents could start using the Santa Claus now, you know, like, well, if you don't go to bed, Santa's going to know.
Yeah, I think so. And Drawn Together was the shit. Thank you, Jason. But I don't know. I think with Santa Claus, how early? I don't know. I think September's a bit early to bring it in.
There's the...
I always had, like, cause my birthday's in November, so I always had, like, the birthday thing, like, oh, the birthday stuff wouldn't come along and this and that before that. But, like, Christmas didn't start, like, even putting up the Christmas tree and all that sort of stuff. Nothing came up until till my mum, as a teacher, finished writing her reports. And after that, so she'd write all her reports. Sometimes Christmas started on the 5th of December, and sometimes it started the day after my birthday. I was really lucky. Yeah, if you don't go to bed, Santa will arrest you for breaching curfew. Exactly right.
See, this is what... You know what? I'm going to have a quick rant here. I'm not ranting about the fact that Christmas decorations should be up now. Let me rephrase that. Christmas decorations
I know what you're saying.
Normally are up by now, and normally I would probably come into this podcast and rant about how early the Christmas decorations are. But we can't go to the shopping centres.
Well, they can't.
So I can't rant about it. So I'm going to have to start putting up Christmas decorations. I need to buy some Christmas decorations. I don't even have...
You know what? I sneakily saw my auntie on the weekend because we took our dogs to the dog park. And she's just like, oh, it's Christmas time. That's it. I'm going to start. We're like, what the hell's going on? You know, it's a bit early for me to get onto the Christmas
Well, if you've got to do, so it's my niece's birthday on Saturday. And I was like, oh shit, I got to get her a present. Right? And oh, fuck, I realized I've fucked up here. On Saturday, I'm going to have to call her.
She can't get anything.
No, because fucking online delivery is backed by like 3 weeks. So it's going to get to her in like 3 to 4 weeks. I'm going to have to start Christmas shopping now.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Jason just said, I use the Tooth Fairy too. She's tight on schedule, so you better get to sleep. That's the one I would be using, Kieran. That's the one I would be using.
Yeah, but they need to have lost a tooth.
That's true. Maybe you've only got 18 opportunities.
Maybe we need like another one. You know, another person that turns up when parents.
Well, did you hear though? Well, speaking of like, you know, adult holidays aren't really Christmas. They're adult holidays are public days, public holidays, right? And the big public holiday we enjoy here in Melbourne is Grand Final Eve.
Which is relatively, which is a new public holiday.
New public holiday. It's great. We get that day off. We really enjoy it. But you know what's happening? They're pushing that back a month because we don't have the grand final here. So that's meant to be at the end of September. Did you hear about this?
Is this?
Here's a rant for you. It's in October now, and it's called Thank You Day. I don't know what I'm thankful for. Maybe the freedom to go outside after 9 p.m. to do a Macca's run.
I want 2 holidays now. I want Thank You Day to stay, and I want Grand Final Day to be reinstated. 2.
I can't believe they don't do at least one public holiday a month. That's how it should be, you know? Like, give back to the public. Let them enjoy their break and this and that. But, Kieran, you said something to me not too long ago. To Jess and I. So we, every other than doing this podcast, usually on a Friday or Saturday night, we all get together, we do a big Zoom call with all of us together, and we just talk shit. We sometimes play Jackbox. One of the things that you said to Jess and I were talking, I would say loudly at each other, and you guys are always having a domestic fight. Always having a
I'm pretty sure that's...
I grew up with
I'm pretty sure that's not what I said. I'm pretty sure I said, it's so beautiful to see you two passionately talk to one another.
That was not... No. That was not
Turch,
what
sometimes...
You were definitely giving us shit about being loud
Sometimes
with each
you
other.
have to interpret the meaning, which is very different to what actual words come out of my mouth.
Well... I don't even know. Yeah, I know everyone here is like, thank God I'm not a fucking Melburnian. I know it. Thanks, man, Brain. You and your freedom over there. I think Queensland's got the AFL Grand Final. I'm pretty sure.
Bloody outrageous. They're NFL rugby.
And Redongo, I think he's in New Zealand. So he's got lots of freedoms over there. He can do whatever he wants. So that's something. Fucking hell. But I still can't believe, I really, not that I take offense to it, but I'm going to say one day you're going to be in a relationship with a woman, and this, after 7 or 8 years, Jess and I have been together for that long now, that's how you talk to each other, just loud and obnoxious, you know? But that's all I've ever known. Like, people, like, Italians are just loud, obnoxious all the time. Like, you've seen my mum and how my mum and dad talk. That's how they are.
They're so much fun to be in a house with Italians. It's so much fun. It's amazing, for instance, at dinner time's where all the action is, right? It's amazing how much, you've had too much potatoes. You can't have too much. You only need one potato. Oh, damn.
No, they never fight about how much food each other are having, but it's all like something little, like, rock. Like my nonna will be like, rock. This is the wrong fork. You should have got the other forks. Who cares?
This salt. This is not the good salt. We need the other salts. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Get this. People are over. Get the pink Himalayan sea salt instead of just the table salt we usually use. You know, that's how it is more than anything else. But I do have a second story, and I'd like to share with you. Okay, so last night Jess and I have decided we're kind of off keto. We're just sort of reducing the amount of carbs now because fuck keto, it's way too annoying. I'm just going to go for runs, right? So yesterday we said, you know what we're going to make? We're sort of hungover. We're going to make chicken parmas for dinner. How good's this? Good. So I go, yep, I'll fry up the chicken. I swing the, turn the chicken over. I've already made the sauce, put the sauce on top.
Turch,
put it into the oven.
Let's just backtrack a second here. What type of chicken were you using?
It was just a chicken breast.
Now, did you
keep it nice
slice the chicken breast? So you sliced it?
Keep it nice.
Yeah, okay.
Beautiful. Right. Yeah. Crumbed it.
You
put
crumbed
it all
it?
in. It's all ready to rock and roll. Yeah. Oh, good. I've done this before.
If you ever need some pointers, let me know.
I'm waiting for it. Well, we are going to still do the bolognese sauce challenge. That's a big one that we've got to do, I believe. I put it in the all that, but I put I got some wedges, proper wedges, and I put it in the air fryer. Be a little bit healthier, but also I think get them nice and crispy. So I pull everything comes out at the same time. Perfect timing. I put the chips in a big bowl, put some salt, this and that, put it on the table, and then Jess gets a pair of tongs. Now, if you've got a bowl of chips, like a big bowl of chips, do you just eat if it's only you and a friend or, your partner, do you just eat the chips out of the bowl?
Yeah.
Or do you get a pair of tongs and grab the tongs and grab chips and put it on your plate?
Look, I probably wouldn't if it was just you and I wouldn't even serve tongs. It would just be, use your fork.
Yeah, use your fork, get on there. And I thought that would be the same.
And then it's in the middle of the table. It's survival of the fittest.
It's romantic. Exactly right. So that's what I did. And Jess goes, no, I'm going to get the tongs. So she gets the tongs, puts them on the table. And then she's eating her parma, this and that. She's halfway through it. She goes, in her head, she goes, I want a chip. So what does she do?
But you're having wedges, right?
She puts her hand in the bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, wedges, sorry. She puts the hand in the bowl and grabs out a wedge, puts the sauce on it and eats it. I'm looking at her like, is this really happening at the moment? Is it really what's happening at the moment?
Yeah, you got more washing up to do.
That's all right. As a relationship, you know where to, you give her a bit of crap and then you move on with your life. And then she was watching her dad, mum and dad for, Father's Day got some chocolate covered strawberry type dessert delivered. And Jess is like, ooh, I feel like Nutella and strawberries. I'm like, well, we've got both. Go grab them. Just eat them.
Whoa.
Anyway.
Your household. I don't fucking want to live in your household. You have Nutella and strawberries. My God.
It's what happens when you live with a woman.
I mean, I've got strawberries because I'm on this, eat 2 pieces of fruit a day diet.
What? A normal, healthy diet? Are you kidding? That's what you should be doing if you've not been eating fruit.
Oh, no, I've got, there's a checklist over here.
Good. I'm very proud of you. So anyway, Jess gets the Nutella. This is the bit that frustrated me the most. She got the Nutella, got the strawberries, and she was eating the strawberries. And I turned it over, and she's got a teaspoon. At least it's a teaspoon. I give her that. And she's just dipping it in and going, like that with the with the Nutella, and then putting it back into the Nutella. This isn't like in a separate, this is in the jar of Nutella. And she's just scooping it up and eating. I'm like, hang on a second. You're the one that wanted to get a pair of tongs for chips.
Wait, but do you eat Nutella?
Okay, now this is going to sound very controversial. I think the oversaturation of Nutella in our desserts since the last 4 to 5 years, for me, has made Nutella extremely overrated. All right,
so no, this is not the question I asked. Do you eat
that was a politician's answer.
Do you eat Nutella?
I eat
hang
Nutella.
On. No.
Not often,
no.
But
because for me to judge Jess here, I need to know whether that jar of Nutella would have been eaten by you.
I would have had some of that. I would have probably put some on
but
some
you
strawberries.
Didn't.
Well, not at that point in time. I'm sure I've eaten out of that one jar of Nutella.
You
at one
two
point.
kiss and make out and share saliva. So
kiss and make out.
So what's wrong with Jess double dipping into the Nutella? It's not like I'm double dipping into the Nutella.
I think Jess just said that she. There you go. Redongo's is saying less cutlery leads less dishes. That's very true. And Jess says that she polished off the whole jar. Huge productions over there. I know who that is too, which is great. It's said it's the only way to eat Nutella, which is awesome. Look, it's fine. I just wanted to bring up the double standard of her passing me a pair of tongs to share chips, which you only eat one or two at a time and put it in your hands, and then eating a jar of Nutella, which is communal.
But the wedges or chips or whatever you ate could have been hot, thus needing the tongs. That's for someone else to talk about. We're talking about. We're only talking about the necessity to share via a utensil. I think that is game, set, match, Kieran. Thank you very much, people.
Oh, that's one for you, mate. How many episodes have we done? 115 Turch?
Kieran.
1 Kieran. You didn't even win the episode that you were on with Niall.
Hey, by the way, shush, don't get distracted. I know I had you then because you're normally quite quick to come back with stuff. And there was a good pause. Jess, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jess.
Oh, well, that's all right. Finally, Jess wins one too. I mean, she can only win all the arguments.
No, but I mean, I personally, you wouldn't have got tongs for wedges.
Well, then Anthony 1, Kieran 0.
No. You're just missing the point here. You just no.
Controversial though. Controversial onion. Okay. Nutino is better than Nutella, and if you don't have Nutino, I'm very sorry for you. Is that the Aldi knockoff brand? Like instead of cherry ripe, it's like very cherry or like all those
I
knockoff
do have
brands.
to agree with you though. There's Nutella donuts, and too much Nutella in the donut saturates it. I agree.
Oh, jam donuts 100% are better than Nutella donuts. A hot jam donut for me will always beat a Nutella one.
Especially if it's a cold winter day.
Exactly right. That's plenty.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show. It's a new part of the show. It's a new segment, and it's called Turch Flosses. Yeah, give it a go, Turch.
I think it's an Aldi knockoff. Tastes better. I can't floss, so one sec. I'll prepare myself to floss. One sec. I'll be back. Kieran, keep them entertained. Don't pick your nose on stream.
I'm not. I'm scratching. Hi everyone. It's good to have you here. Just me. Currently, I'm drinking a coffee. I'm gonna have to work late today. CEO stuff, obviously. Do you know? When you're at a nightclub, which one day we will get back to, and security taps you on the shoulder, you've definitely fucked up. That's a point in your life where you've got to go.
Okay. We are ready. Here we go. So what we got is now, you just get yourself some regular dental floss, and you just pull it out here. Probably about 30 centimeters is all you'll need. And it's an up and down motion rather than a side to side. There you go. Perfect. Beautiful flossing technique. 10 out of 10. It tasted really weird with my whiskey because it's mint flavored, but
you're now wearing a red shirt. What's going on?
Flossed. I thought I'd put you off by swapping shirts.
You haven't put me off. It's just,
well,
you're very weird.
I had to prepare to floss.
Shit.
Kieran, what the fuck have I encouraged? Yeah, I know, right?
This is sort of like don't encourage us because we'll do it.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Don't touch this hot pan. All right, I'll touch the hot pan. So that's
it's a conspiracy. They don't want me to touch it. I'll fucking touch it. That's how I'm gonna catch coronavirus as well.
Oh, you're gonna get coronavirus,
Bill. I'm just going to get it. I figure I'll get it. It's only going to happen once. That's it. Because that's how vaccines work. And we go from there.
It's banned. It's banned on this show.
We beat polio. We can beat corona. That's it. The only way to do it is just to catch it and just get it over and done with. It's like the chicken pox. One and done.
You're trying to lose weight at the moment.
Yes.
I understand this challenge. You've done the keto diet. You failed.
Yeah, I think it's because I wasn't running, but I'm running consistently now. I'm trying to go 4 days a week.
Okay, I don't care about your excuses.
That's pretty good.
The point is you failed. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm here to help you because I have a new scientific study.
Thank you. Oh, we all know how these go down.
We like scientific studies here.
Too bad we don't know how to read them.
Eat your own poop to prevent post-diet weight gain. Have you tried this one, Turch?
I must admit, my freezer is actually full of my excrement over the last 3 weeks. So I might have, and I'm just trying to pretend it's ice cream. I figured that's the easiest way.
Well, you don't have a very big freezer, so, I mean, you are small, so they're probably small craps. What? I've taken a crap on your toilet. It's a small toilet.
The hard part is like to think my toilet, you get the toilet blue thing to keep the toilet clean. It's hard to think that you're covering your chocolate ice cream with blue something, blue.
Question about the blue thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Where do
you'll have to ask Jess. Right. She's the woman. She cleans the toilet. Yeah. I have to, as long she cleans it, and then as soon as she cleans it,
you destroy it.
I force myself to go poo. Yeah. I think it's a man thing. We all have to do that. As soon as the toilet's been cleaned, we have to go and stink it out again.
We're like dogs, We've got to mark our territory. It's just.
So, what are you saying? I should eat
tired
my own
of
poo?
taking crap for putting back on weight after a diet, a group of Israeli researchers.
New to investing?
Sorry.
What the fuck was that?
I was trying to get out of an app, and anyway.
These ads are targeted to, what people.
It's a Commonwealth Bank ad.
Oh, okay, all right. Tired of taking a crap for putting back on weight after a diet, a group of Israeli researchers have floated the theory that the solution may be a stomach-churning dose of your own excrement. Well, kind of.
Delicious.
The stool is first processed into frozen opaque, and thankfully, I don't know.
Opaque? Like clear?
I think so, yeah.
What? One and done, Kieran, with words. Let's keep it moving.
Odorless capsules that contain the person's microbiome, the genetic material of the microbes living inside our body, as extracted from a fecal sample taken at the optimal point during the weight loss.
I must admit, I have heard of sharing bacteria, like poo bacteria, with people who have gut illnesses, with people that have good guts, and you can actually put the poo or something, share poo samples in their gut, and it sort of picks it up and re-regulates bodies into being healthy. I heard that somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know if it's true. I think it was on one of those medical TV shows.
Of course you're watching.
But I think that's true.
Of course you're watching the medical TV shows, aren't you?
Embarrassing Bodies is one of the greatest television shows on earth.
Did they talk about that on Embarrassing Bodies?
Have you never seen... I think someone did. I know that they always... My favourite thing of Embarrassing Bodies is this person will walk in and go, I've had this problem for 22 years and I was always worried about going to my doctor to talk about it. And I'm like, now you're going on international television to talk about your warty penis that you've had for 22 years. You could have just gone to the doctor a week in and you would have never had to go on national TV and Dr. Trixie to talk about the penis or pick.
Don't they go on national TV because they pay for it? They don't have to pay for it?
But they have the NHS.
I don't know.
Just like if that's a required necessary procedure, they just get it done. It'd be different if the breast augmentation or something like that they needed to do. There you go.
Our nurse on call, that's right, has just said it's true. They put it in capsules for you to swallow to improve your gut flora.
There you go. I wasn't even lying. There you go.
Oh, you could have been lying.
I'll try it. I could have just made it up. This is some sort of scam. I'm trying to get you to eat your own shit.
The scientists insist they are not talking out of their asses. But nonetheless, the strategy only worked for one of 3 dietary plans they tested. The only one that significantly changed the gut microbiome during the weight loss process. There you go. So, Turch, maybe you need to try eating your own poo.
Well, I can try eating my own poo. I can try being a furrier. I can try adult baby diapers. Maybe they can all sync up into 1 week of excitement up at Phillip Island. Kieran.
I'll sign off on that.
Some fun things have been... Yeah, that's right. Some fun things happening in America. Obviously, lots of coronavirus happening over there in America, especially in the bigger cities like New York, Manhattan. Big hit. So I saw this article and I thought of you straight away. And the article headline is, Woman urinates while giving homeless man oral sex on street in the new normal Manhattan.
Sorry, please. I got distracted. Say that again.
Yeah. I'll just go through the article and you can paint the picture in your mind. A woman was photographed urinating while simultaneously giving a homeless man oral sex on the street in the glitzy part of the Manhattan neighborhood. See, obviously, we've always been told that women can multitask. And if this is not proof that they can multitask, I don't know what is. So apparently the area itself had what used to be a really upmarket area of Manhattan. But since this coronavirus has happened...
Well, everyone's left.
13,000... Well, no, yeah, everyone's either left or staying inside. But then 13,000 homeless people have just started to go into this area and live because no one's stopping them now. And they're just starting to live on the streets around
This
there.
is a really good point. Can you just
in.
hang on? I've just got to scratch myself, and I don't want to do this on camera.
No, let's do it on camera, mate. Come on, we already flossed on camera. Look at those pink curtains. He chose them himself. This is the quality. This is the quality streaming. I'll keep reading. How's that? So the picture shows a woman in a white t-shirt squatting on the sidewalk while crouching over the crutch of a homeless man who is standing with his own shirt off. Lots of residents have complained about the 13,000 homeless moving in, and a lot of it is because of stuff like this happening just down the road of their like multi-million dollar houses and apartments in their area. But I just thought that was that's an amazing feat.
Oh, that's a bit better.
Can I ask a question? Do you have your light ring somewhere?
Shit, I do too. I do. Hang on. Shit, stay with me, everyone.
So I get a message from Kieran. And he goes, I bought a light ring. And a light ring, for anyone who doesn't really know, it's just something you put, like, when you're doing live streams and stuff. It's like a big light, but it focuses in on certain parts, like a round sort of light. And I go, that's great. You're going to use it for the show. He goes, yeah, but I think I bought it too big. And so when he showed it to... Oh, my goodness gracious.
That's better.
That's a lot of light.
Sorry, I was a little bit
I don't know how much better it is.
I think I was a
bit distracted. Lots of ball scratching. Everyone thinks you went off to scratch your balls. Everyone. No one has said... Everyone's like, yep, definitely scratching his balls. Which I don't understand. You could easily scratch your balls on stream and no one would know because you could just do it.
It was my ass cheeks.
Oh, you can still do that. You know, just you don't put your hands... You don't have to tell me. You're not talking like this all the time.
Anyway, the light's on. There we go. I'm lit up very nicely. And so these homeless people were in the park. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
They moved in? Yeah, I sort of wasn't quite listening to the article.
No, they're in Manhattan. So 13,000 of them just flooded into these like high-end places in Manhattan. And like all the residents are just complaining that all these people are there. And they're doing all this sort of stuff like, you know, giving blowjobs in alleyways and peeing in the alleyways at the same time.
Well, you know, people...
I mean, it's good time management. Like, you know, if you're doing your job, but you can't stop, you're just going to keep going, you plow through.
People need to be productive members of society, I guess, and they've improved productivity. Turch, if you were the mayor and you're in front of the press conference, what would you say?
If I was the mayor about this issue here, I would just do what Daniel Andrews has done about every single thing that everyone's complained about him. I haven't heard about that yet, but I will deal with it. I will look at it after this meeting and then never bring it up again.
That's not a bad line. That's pretty good.
You got some more news for us, Kieran?
Well, the light ring does make life better, doesn't it? Thanks there.
It's a bit lighter, yeah. You look
it's on an. I need to.
shinier.
It's on an angle at the moment. I've totally forgot to set it up for the show, but it's fucking huge. It's. I'm keeping it. You're not having it.
You sent me a photo. It was just like that's unnecessary.
Anyway, I didn't also because of Amazon. You just press purchase and it's done. So when I actually looked at how much it cost, because I never.
Well, can we? What $200-$300?
Less. Better.
Oh, okay.
130.
That's not bad then. That's not bad then.
But I didn't even.
Oh well, you know you can claim it. Claim it on tax. You need it for streaming for your job.
But I didn't even pay. I thought it was anyway. I thought I was ordering in different way. Anyway. You know, this is why I'm the CEO.
You seem so defeated by this light. You're so high energy, and it's like you put the light on, like, oh man, that's just a mistake. I'm just looking at a mistake.
I just wanted something that sat behind the computer nice and easily. Now I've got to move my desk out of the way, you know, to fit this thing in. It takes up so much room. It's high.
Yeah, now the light ring is corrupt. That's right, Jason. Well, at least...
No, what were you going to say?
Yes. No, I don't know. I was probably going to try and make... Like, someone says there, we don't know where those hands been. Redongo said. And I'm like, yeah, light ring. I was trying to put an asshole joke in
like
there.
a ring of fire.
But I just can't do it. But apparently your chin is shiny. Gorgeous. Kieran, you got some more news for us. That's what we want to hear.
I feel like even my forehead is shiny. Anyway, Turch, you have purchased a house.
Yes. Two. In fact,
what are your savings tips for the millennials? Wrong.
I lived at home for a very long time.
What I will tell you what you should have done.
Yeah. What? Okay, tell me how I could have saved up to buy a house. Tell me. Come on, buddy boy. Last year was the first year you paid taxes. Let's go.
Hey. Yeah, actually, I think I got most of it back. Anyway, the point is, a man whose father gave him 18-year-old whiskey every year for his birthday is selling the collection to buy a house. Matthews was born in 1992, and over the course of his life, his father Pete has spent about £5,000 on 28 bottles of Macallan single malt.
Ooh, that's a nice one. I think you've had it at my house before.
The collection is now worth more than £40,000.
Amazing. So what's that? £40,000, about like 60, 80,000?
About 80,000
Australian dollars.
The 28-year-old said it probably wasn't the best gift for a young boy, but he had strict instructions never to open them from his father. Each year he received it as a birthday present, and he thought it was quite a little quirky since he was too young to start drinking. Anyway, he's collected all of them. The malt, the first bottle was a 1974 whiskey.
So it's another 18 years or 20 years older. What was it? 18? Yeah. 18 years on top of that. I don't understand that though, because I get maybe because of the year rarity more than anything else, but it doesn't age anymore within the actual glass. It only ages in the barrel. So once you bottle it, the age and the maturity of the whiskey doesn't actually go any higher. So it must be like, they make 100,000 bottles of this one here from 1974. They sell them, and there's like people want the 1974 version of that whiskey, like a wine, for instance, and they try to seek out that bottle of wine there as a collection or to drink or whatever it is.
I think it's called status, showing off. Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
But a $5,000 at 18, how many bottles have we got? 18 bottles.
People are not here to do maths, Turch.
That's a $300 bottle of whiskey a year.
That's not bad.
£300 whiskey a year.
And it's gone up. It's
$600.
It's an investment. The value has gone up.
I'm ruining the market, that's right. I'm just trying to get cheaper, more expensive whiskey for myself. Yeah, you wouldn't want a comics collection at this point. That's right, your comic collection's worth just as much as my CD collection. I think that's a pretty similar equivalency there. I'm pretty sure my Pokemon cards are worth nothing as well. I like all those videos, like, your Pokemon cards could be worth millions of dollars, and you have a look, and it's like, yeah, if only it's you didn't take it out of the pack when you was 8 years old when you started collecting them. It's like, well,
all right. No. So, Turch, you know when Pokemon came into schools and became really popular.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember being at school. I'd moved from Perth to Melbourne, right? And I can't remember whatever the craze in grade 4 was in Perth. And I moved over to Melbourne, and marbles, marbles was the big thing, right? So. My parents, I told them, we needed marbles and went out and bought the marbles. And term 4 of grade 4 was marbles. Then grade 5 comes along, Pokemon. It's all about the Pokemon.
Yep.
And I was saying to my parents, like, I really want Pokemon cards, I really want Pokemon cards, I really want Pokemon cards. And my dad made me, I had to fucking chart that I had to be ticked off. And it was dinner table manners. Every night, set the table, manners. Fork in the left hand, knife in the right hand, right? Tick. However long I had to do that. And then I finally got Pokemon cards, right? Very, very exciting. Turn up to school.
And he had no idea what to do with them.
Exactly. Turned up to school, no idea what to do with them, and I lost all of them within 3 days.
I will buy... Well, when COVID is over, remind me, I will buy you a pack of Pokemon cards. I will be your father, and you make sure you don't lose them.
Or know how to gamble them properly.
Keep them in the pack. You never know. They might be worth millions in the future. That's the collectible aspect of them. That's the most important part of it. Kieran, you're a man of the music. You know lots about music. You know everything about it, in fact. Do you know something very, very special happened in Germany this week? In regards
I'm
to
nodding
music,
my head.
Yeah. I know. There's an avant-garde musician who has passed away, but his name was John Cage. Not Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat, John Cage, musician. And he's written lots of songs. His most famous song he wrote, I would say, is 4 minutes and 33 seconds, which is basically him sitting at a piano, not playing the piano, just he opens up the lid of the keys and just sits there for 4 minutes and 33 seconds, and the music is meant to be in the audience reacting to him not playing the piano for 4 minutes and 33 seconds.
Yeah, right, I'm with you here.
That's his most famous, yeah. So he's also written some other pieces of music, and one of those is called, As Slowly as Possible.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So a bunch of these music nerds decided, well, how slow can we actually play this piece of music?
Yeah.
You know? Okay. So they've set up this organ to play in a church in Germany. Where in Germany? I wrote it down somewhere, but that's okay. Somewhere in Germany, right? They've organized this organ, and this organ is going to play as slowly as possible over 640 years.
This song that doesn't actually, silence.
No. So this song is called As Slowly as Possible. So 4 minutes 33. That's a different thing. This song is called As Slowly as Possible, right? And the song itself. So they've organized it. They've organized this organ to automatically play the song over, instead of 10 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour. Really, really slow. They've organized the organ to play the song over 640 years. And last week marked a momentous occasion. The song changed chord for the first time in 19 years. Which is amazing. So put some things in perspective, it began 19 years ago. And the first note, so there's this thing in music called an anacrusis. So before you count one, it might be picking up into one. Hard to explain. So there might be like a
boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and then you go,
yeah. And then you go into the song, right? The song has one of those, but the first note of this song is actually a rest, and a rest just means that you don't play. So the first note of this song was a rest, which means for 18 months of this 19 years that have passed so far, it was completely silent.
18 months or 18 years?
18 months of the 19 years that have passed so far. Yeah, so what basically 1/19 was been complete silence, and then it began the song there, and this is the first time in history that as playing the song this slowly, they've changed chord.
Why isn't this groundbreaking news?
I don't know. But it looks like, you know what? Next time, though, the next chord will change on the 5th of February, 2022.
Can we live stream this? This is...
I think, I wanted to find a live stream and just put it on in the background so we could just hear this drone of one chord happening the whole way through, but I just couldn't be bothered doing that. But if you'd like to check it out, the Burchardy Church, St. Burchardy Church. I think that's it there. Can't read my own handwriting. But that's it. Yep, and the piece will end in 2,640, so 2640.
I'm not sure exactly how they set it up, but I could just imagine someone like it's done 70% of it, or through it, and then someone's vacuuming, and accidentally unplugs it. Come on, that'd be hilarious.
I can imagine that. Oh, good times. But it's John Cage. Avant-garde music has always shit me up the wall. Because it's like, oh, it's so modern and fresh and all this sort of stuff. And then you actually listen to it and it's not pleasant to listen to. And not being pleasant to listen to does not mean it's bad or doesn't mean it's not music. But in the same sense, I think art should be enjoyable and very accessible to most people. Like even bebop, people can go, yeah, I sort of get it. But avant-garde music is one of those things that, or even avant-garde art or modern art, is just like, yeah, that just means you're not that good at art.
Yeah.
It's like having, it's avant-garde metal. It just means you're bad at staying in time, I guess. I mean, it's maybe practice with a metronome like a normal musician does for hours on end. But anyway, that's the excitement time. So John Cage, check him out if you like garbage.
Very good. Thank you very much for that.
Very good. What do you got there? What do you got?
My ring light comes with a remote controller.
I can't wait to do more videos with you, mate. This is always going to get more and more exciting every week.
Woman sentenced to jail after she glued her vagina to frame ex-boyfriend.
I did say this one.
A woman identified as Vanessa has been sentenced to 10 years prison after she glued up her own private parts in a bid to frame her ex-boyfriend, Ivan. What's her face? What was her name again?
Just wait. Redongo, just a reminder, Buckethead never plays his avant-garde albums live. And I don't think anyone wants to really listen to them a second or third time. I'm pretty sure people would rather just hear Nottingham Lace again. But she glued her vagina shut to frame her boyfriend.
Vanessa accused her boyfriend of kidnapping her outside her home and later abandoning her while semi-naked after squeezing the super glue into her private parts. Her lie began to fall apart when investigators uncovered CCTV footage from a Chinese-run supermarket showing Vanessa buying the glue and a kidnap kit, including knives she used to harm herself.
What's a kidnap? It's like when was it in Futurama, like when Bender goes to buy the big cigar, and then he's just like, "Oh, how much is that one? I'll give you $100." No, it's like $1 million. Oh, okay, I'll just take that breaking in kit or burglary kit instead. It's like a crowbar. It's got one of those traditional sort of burglar sort of striped things, a balaclava. Leather gloves. And it has a tape that plays the Mission Impossible theme tune. Like that's what it comes in.
Oh, yeah, I've got no idea
what type of
gross
do you think she would have bought?
I don't know, but I've never seen a kidnap kit in a grocery store before.
That's very true. I was like in my head, I'm like, what type of do you buy super glue? Because super glue, the area can't be wet. Right, at all. It has to be completely.
I was thinking of dry, PVC
and
glue.
You have to hold it together for a bit. Goes out white, comes out dry, and stick. You know when I hope it's not clag. That would be at least you can paint it
clag,
on with the brush.
Clag doesn't work.
Jess just said clag.
Clag doesn't. Have you used that since prep? You can't even stick paper on paper with clag.
No, what she actually got was one of those glue sticks, but the blue ones, so she knew when it was dry. Just painted it on, goes on blue, goes on dry. Super glue would work. It was Ben Shapiro's wife. Yes. Absolutely. We only introduced. Okay, people on the weekend we did the pub crawl, and Kieran was introduced to the song WAP for the first time. Do you remember that, Kieran?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Well, how about, while I read out my next story, how about you find the lyrics to the song called WAP? Type in WAP lyrics. It's by Cardi B. You get the lyrics up. I'm going to get you to read the lyrics, so I think that would be lots of fun. And just censor all the words that you think are necessary. And I'll talk about what's happening in Canada as we speak. Canada, you know how we were talking about, like, the BBC were telling us how to stay safe during sex with COVID? Well, you'd be happy to know the Chief Medical Officer of Canada has also come out and said, wear a mask during sex. You know, apparently there's very little chance of you catching COVID from semen or vaginal fluids. But if you wear a mask during sex, like, you know, so no kissing or anything like that, you'll be okay. But this is an actual quote from the article I found. And that is, she said, the lowest risk sexual activity during COVID involves yourself alone. So I think for me, reading that, this is how I interpret it, that's just state-approved wanking. That's state-approved. Rubber stamp it. Done.
That is state-approved.
So that should be part of your... In Canada, if you're in Canada and you're listening to this, make sure you get your one wank a day. You get your 5 veg.
You could wear a mask as well to prevent it from,
if you want to. How many times has that happened to you, Kieran?
All right, I've got the lyrics.
All right. So, Kieran, you've never listened to this song?
No, I've never listened to it. Don't even... Who the hell... What is her name? Cardi B or something?
Okay. Cardi B.
Not Bacardi.
Cardi B. She's no, not Riccardi. No. Not Shaniqua either. She was an ex-stripper who became a rapper. Okay. So, how about... don't sing there's some horse in this house bit. Why don't you sing the next verse there? Or just say it out loud.
I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy. Make that pull-out game weak. Woo. Yeah. Yeah? You fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Do you want more?
Absolutely. Wait. Comments. Do you want more of Kieran singing wet ass pussy? I want more. A little bit more. Come on. Give us like a whole...
I feel like this is... You're going to dub the sound over or something. Beat it up. Turch. Catch a change. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top. I want to ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss! Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I thought you were like, you got to actually listen to the proper song. Okay. Yeah, the kegel. Kegel. Amazing. I don't know how you do it, Kieran, but you amaze us every single week when it comes to this sort of stuff. We should listen to the song. We should absolutely listen to the song. All right. Well, how about I put it on I'll put it through here, and we'll because I know you're gonna love it. And I don't know if we're gonna get demonetized or anything like that, but that's all right because as the CFO, I know we make no money. Should be coming through. Here we go. You hear it? You sing along.
Certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy. Make that pull out game weak.
It's not as good as with the video clip. The video clip actually makes this song even worse.
Right, okay.
Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard.
Can a song say the N-word?
Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a kegel, rollin' inside, spit in my mouth.
Okay.
Look at my
So yeah, it's not Kegel, by the way. It's Kegel.
Ah, look, same thing. A little bit different.
eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. That's role play. I wear disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream.
Now I know that you're a hip hop fan, and have I heard of Party Boy 69? I haven't, but that sounds like something I need to get onto. And can we have the Richard Cheese version? I think we can play a little bit of the Richard Cheese version. So you know who Richard Cheese is?
Oh, I love Richard Cheese.
Oh, he does a.
There's some whores in the house.
He just does a obviously a lounge version.
There's
This
some
one,
whores in the.
that's pretty good. That's all good. I've got one more story for you, Kieran. And can you, for the first time all year, I would easily say, maybe even a whole first time like in a year span, we're gonna do Trump Watch.
Oh, it's been a while since we've done Trump Watch.
It's been a fucking while. So, here's a story for you. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Do you know who she is?
She used to be the press secretary. Yep.
She was the press secretary for a while. Under Trump, she did some really good work. One of his songs sounded like ooh, it was only it was good. We're gonna listen to that one maybe at the end of the show after the post show song. So Huckabee Sanders, she has just written a book. So maybe we have to read at least a little bit of it. But she's kind of done some press releases for it. And one of the stories she tells in the book, and apparently she went overseas with Trump to North Korea and met Kim Jong-un in Singapore, one of their first meetings and this and that. And during the meeting, she states that Kim Jong-un gave her a wink.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what kind of wink?
She thought nothing of it. A little bit weird.
All right.
Yeah, she says a wink, this and that. Yeah. So they So anyway, so they do their meeting there. They do the talk, this and that, and they hop back onto Air Force One, the president's jet, not Trump's jet. That's a completely different jet. This is the president's jet, and they fly back to America. And she tells Trump, "Hey, Kim Jong-un gave me a wink," and Trump's like, basically, he gave you a wink? That's amazing. Are you sure? This and that. Did he hit on you? And then she's like, I don't know. This and that. He goes, that's it. You're gonna have to take one for the team. And help us out with this thing. With this whole North Korea
I believe it's called
thing.
international relations.
Yeah, well, very international and very relations. Very relations. But apparently, he didn't mean it in a very derogatory way, like to have sex with him and this and that, just more to go over there. But that's what it was talking about. But she also states that Dennis Rodman was is super happy with Trump and Kim Jong-un being friends and how America and North Korea are getting along. So it's good to hear that Donald Trump is getting Dennis Rodman's approval, because he won 4 or 5 championships. You can't deny that
About
from the
4
man.
or 5.
Played with Michael Jordan. He played with
did,
Michael
yeah.
Jordan. Yeah, absolutely. Do he play with Shaq as well? Or was that? No, played with a different team. I can't remember because he swapped over from a team to.
Yeah, he played with
being
Michael Jordan in the Bulls.
He definitely played with Jordan. He definitely won 3 rings with him, like his second half post Space Jam career. He won all the rings.
That sounds about right.
Very exciting sort of stuff. Kieran, I'm completely out of news. I'm completely out of rants, and that's all I got for today. What you got? Anything else to finish us up?
I am done and dusted.
I think people want to hear you sing more of Wet Ass Pussy.
Oh, my singing voices. I'm out.
I think that's something.
That was such a strain.
Bit raspy.
Yeah.
Bit raspy today, but that's okay. Maybe we'll do a. You know what? We once this COVID stuff sort of over, we should definitely put together an EP of covers. And actually, did you hear? I know you're a big fan of. Who's the guy from Star Trek?
Oh, William Shatner.
William Shatner. He put out a new album covering all the best of BB King. I love BB King. blues, 100%, right? And he got all these famous guitarists on there, like Richie Blackmore, fantastic, Deep Purple, that sort of stuff, Rainbow. And then William Shatner does his talking voice and sings all of the blues standards by B.B. King, and it's absolutely fucking dog shit.
It's almost like he's like
thank goodness there's some
Elton John, I'm a rock it man.
But at least Elton John was singing.
No, William Shatner covered Elton John. And he talked. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. Maybe we can do a cover album like that. Cover albums like that. So maybe, guys, in the chat and put on the Facebook page, let us know what songs you want Kieran to cover, and we'll get the music together, and he can do the voice. He can do Kieran Presents.
Kieran Presents, an album produced by Kieran.
Album produced by Kieran, yeah, and all the hard work done by Turch. Well, with that, people, for all your wanking needs, make sure you follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And obviously, if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to us here and give us a like and a share. The more stuff we get on here, the more it goes out to more people. It's just how I was looking at how the algorithm works. So the more comments, the more likes we get on here, the better it is, and the more chance of more of an audience to come and join us. And we love you guys talking in the chat. It's actually really fun to have a live chat going at all times. And if you'd like to send us some hate mail, a death threat, or a rant, send it through any of those social media platforms. But if it's something bigger, please email us at weonlydoonetakePodcast@gmail.com. Kieran, thank you for another fantastic show.
Thank you very much.
Freestyler. Jamming out to some ghetto house bangers. Yeah, I'm up for that. And we will see all you lovely people live streaming on probably on Saturday. We're gonna do something on Saturday, I think. But otherwise, we'll see you next. We will see you all next. I'm gonna put the thing to next Thursday. See you all, people. Jess, you should judge a Tootsie Roll competition and see which one of the lads is best. I don't know. I think Jess is going to be quite biased. Rock-a-mac-a-bone. I still can't believe, like, we're putting together, like, the songs for the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we have to get like certain songs together for certain people. Like my dad will want a Ricky Martin song. He's just weird like that. Kieran will want Freestyler. And then and Jess just lost it.
Is Kieran falling asleep again? Probably.
Kieran is falling asleep again. I still can't believe after after the whole night you fell asleep and could see the top of your head like Wilson from Home Improvement, and then you woke up because the doorbell rang to get your pizza. That was a real thing.
Shit.
It's a real thing that happened. I was pretty seedy.
Yeah, if you want me to organise a playlist, let me know.
I think you should. I think the people would like that. We can share the Spotify playlist of
No, I meant
bangers.
for your wedding.
Well, yeah, it could be for both.
I know Jess would like that. Jess
would.
loves every bit of contribution I have for the wedding.
I think we're going to end this.
Yeah.
This is too much. All right. See you all.